welcome to the first official episode of the Weaverly Way. Excuse the crude lighting in here. I'll get better at this as we go. I wanted to start this channel in order to pass along what I think is very useful, helpful information and ideas and things that hopefully inspire, especially to those who might be going through a tough time. I myself have been through a series of tragic events over the past few years in a very condensed amount of time. And those close to me have often asked what it is that I did or what do I do in an ongoing way to help keep centered. And well, that's a pretty loaded question. There obviously is a lot to it. However, I thought I could talk about some of the very basic things that I do that I have found incredibly helpful. And one of them is the bullet journal. And since we're at the end of 2018, going into 2019, maybe you would like to give your planner, a brush off and start again. Maybe you have been bullet journaling for a while, and maybe what I do will inspire you to start a couple of new things. Maybe you don't know what the hell a bullet journal is and you want to know because you're tired of looking at it on Instagram and getting freaked out by it. Maybe I can help foray you into what it is in a very beginner way, and you'll, feel better about it. I have found bullet journaling to be incredibly helpful, keeps me organized, helps keep me calm, and I like having everything in one place like that. As a freelance artist / entrepreneur, I find that it is essential to keeping myself on track. I never was the most organized person, at least in my youth I wasn't, and then I just discovered almost 2 years ago, fumbling around online, and I saw that one of the YouTube channels, Sea Lemon, I like to look at her stuff a lot, she talked about how she bullet journals and how it helps her business. And I thought, okay, I'll give this a try. And I love stationery, I love notebooks and things, so planners I've always had. And of course I have a series of ones that I started and never finished. I don't even think I got much past January in past notebooks I've had or past planners. But the very DIY nature of the bullet journal is what really turned me onto it, and how you can change it up constantly and improve upon it. And that's what I did. Over the past 2 years, I've tried different types of books and now have come to the ones I like the best. For those of you who don't even know what a bullet journal is, I am going to link a video, an introductory video by the person credited with creating the whole concept of a bullet journal. His name is Ryder Carroll. And for those of you who've been asking me or looked at mine and got freaked out by it, I really hope that this helps explain why I bullet journal and why it helps me. Happy New Year.
Hi everybody. Wow, this is taking me so many tries to get this. Anyway, I'm going to give a brief overview of how to bullet journal, how I do, what I consider the heart of the bullet journal to be, and also a quick look at my past journals and my current one. So this is my current one starting January 1st, 2019, but we're going to go back in time. So the very first bullet journal I started, which was in February of 2017, I actually tried to do a disc bound. I really like disc binding. I love that you can, put the pages in different places and have dividers and all that. It's like an upgrade from a 3-ring binder. I just didn't like, as a lefty, handwriting and getting my hand caught on the disc, just like I had to do with the spiral notebooks my entire school career. So I decided I needed the bound book. A little cute one. This is Rhodia. It's a company I like. They have that really nice Clairefontaine paper. This is dot grid. It did not come with numbered pages, so I just numbered them myself. Very cute. I fit 4 months in here easily. Nice pocket. Had fun with washi tape. It worked fine. I just realized I love the compactness of it, but I did want something a little bit bigger. This is quite small. It's Gryffindor. I had to pick it up from the Harry Potter world. And this is just a very simple notebook. It doesn't have any dot grid or anything like that. It has those fake aged pages. I numbered them myself, and I just made it into a bullet journal, and I just wanted to show you that you could do that. I pasted graph paper for some of my habit trackers, and I just used it up, and I fit a good 4 months in here as well. And I just wanted to show that you can take almost any notebook and make it into a bullet journal. You can use any notebook, I'd say, actually. Just number the pages, and there you go. A traveler's notebook, and this I got from Etsy. It is actually fake leather, very well made. Pen loop, pockets, and I could fit a good 4 books. I could fit more in here. The first book was my daily pages. The second book was just a regular notebook used for classes I was taking. Then I have this book, which is Stream of Consciousness Journaling. And then I had my monthly habit trackers in here. Then I decided this is a little too bulky. I used it for several months, and then I was like, I like this, but it's taking up quite a lot of room. This is the B6 size, so it's about 5 by 7, but it's just, it's fine. I just like to carry my bullet journal with me most places, so I decided I want something a little bit more compact. I came to the Littlemore book, which the quality is very similar to the Leuchtturm 1917, which is the standard bullet journal brand book. This is shorter. It is shorter than an A5, so it's roughly a 5 by 7 size. This book it's good. It did not come with a pocket. I added that in myself. It did come with a pen loop, though. It has dot grid paper. It's good. I experimented a lot with some Dutch door ideas, but then I was damaging the spine when I had to tear off the tops of pages, and then I came up with the Dutch door idea that I liked better, where I'm not damaging the spine, so that's good. This book also has a bunch of blank pages in the back, so you can do stream of consciousness journaling. It has 2 different bookmarks, very nice. It also has the key, which everyone does their own key, and it will make sense to you of what different things mean in your book. And then I do gratitude lists and things like that. So it's a very good book, and I used it for a good 4 months. I could have fit 6 months in here if I hadn't burned through so much paper trying to do different Dutch door styles. And this is my January 1st, 2019 book. I expect to fit 6 months in here. It's a Rhodia. For size comparison, this is the standard A5. This was the 4 by 6, so as you can see, it's different. This is the standard bullet journal size, although this is a Rhodia and not the Leuchtturm 1917, which is the traditional bullet journal brand book. It does have 2 bookmarks. It has that great Clairefontaine paper, like I mentioned. It has numbered pages. It has a pocket in the back that I like. And as we flip through, title page, I started my index, so January begins at page 1, and then I took some other notes on page 8 to 9, and I would fill it in. I definitely don't need this many pages for my index, but they give you quite a lot. There's a perpetual calendar in here, which is fun, and I put a bunch of birth dates on there. This is the future log section, and it has 6 months and 6 months. Future log is interesting. I like to be able to jot down basic things, but I use my Google Calendars technically for my future log. I put on all of my appointments, and then as I go through my week, I manually with my marker add into my bullet journal based on what my appointments are in my phone, in my Google or on my computer in my Google Calendar. So, but this is good to get an idea of things you want to remind yourself to look into as the months come up. Of course, January I had a sticker, I had to use it. So anyway, this is a Dutch door that the spine is not damaged because you're just cutting this part of the paper here, and I put washi tape on the side. This is the following week. This is a spread I think I'm going to stick with for a while. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is blank for notes. I have my weekly habit tracker. Each day of the week, I have the things that I'm tracking, a corresponding number. I will color in the square. as the days go by. Column here for things to remind myself of going forward for the week. And I think this is a nice spread because I can see the week pretty easily. And these are the events for this coming up week. I want to show, if I were to be starting a bullet journal, so let's say a circle is personal and I need to go to the bank, a dash is my day job. I mention something I have to do, let's say it's going to mailbox center, and then let's say I have to film a video, and that's the star means my artistic stuff that I'm doing. An X means I completed it, one dash through means it's about half complete, and the arrow going forward means it's not done at all, has to be migrated to the next day, and hopefully the next day I get it done and then I can cross it off. And that's the heart of what the bullet journal is, like this at a glance, or you could do for the week. And that's just another fun way to hold yourself accountable. I like to track meditations, how often I exercise. Some people like to track how much water they're drinking, healthy eating, going to bed at a certain time, anything really. So I just find this system fantastic, and as I said, there's so much information out there. It can get overwhelming at first, but it doesn't have to be. Happy New Year.